Pro Football Focus is ranking the top 50 players in the NFL. They're counting down from 41 to 50 this week. Checking in at 44, Nick Chubb. Only thing separating him from Derrick Henry and or Jonathan Taylor, how little impact he has in the passing game, along with the Browns coaching staff's slight lightening of his workload. All right, I guess that's fair enough, but I think if you look at it another way, the slight lightening of his workload is the reason that he's likely going to have an extra couple years of playing in the NFL when you compare him to Henry or Taylor.
Exactly. I mean, the shelf life of the running back position in the NFL is notoriously short. And I think the Browns have done a pretty smart job on making it a platoon when they brought Kareem Hunt in for starting in 2019 to shorten the workload on Nick Chubb. And that's to get more years out of him, to get him playing into his late 20s, possibly into his 30s at running back. I mean, you're not going to see a lot of guys have the type of career that Adrian Peterson had, where they're the workhorse and they're still in the league, 10, 12, 15 years down the road. That's just not the way it is anymore with how physical the game is, how fast the game is, the physical toll it can take on a running back, especially now that you have the 17th game. So, I mean, I get that argument. It makes a lot of sense why the Browns kind of do it that way. You keep them fresh, minimize injury risk, and you want those guys healthy for the games that count in December and January. But I think, putting him 44th seems really low if you're just counting just the impact he has, the fact that he doesn't have the carries that Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry has, while also noting the fact that despite not having that workload, he's still one of the better running backs in terms of yards gained on the ground in the league. That, I think, has to count for something pretty significant.
Yeah, and he averages over 5 yards a carry the last 3 years, or he has. So that's another thing. All right.